Imagine waking up to sirens blaring across a serene lake at 6 a.m., only to find 3 police boats circling your home like sharks. All because your nosy neighbor in tennis whites is screaming through a bullhorn that your floating haven is a property value apocalypse. That's exactly how my nightmare started. Courtesy of Martha Hendricks, the self-appointed queen of Lake Serenity's HOA, who turned out to be embezzling over $127,000 from the very folks she pretended to protect. But oh, the sweet irony. Her obsession with bullying me out of my legal houseboat led straight to her epic downfall. And trust me, watching her mask crack was pure, unfiltered schadenfreude. Let me paint the picture for you. I'm Alex Rivera, 47, a freelance graphic designer who's always preferred pixels over people drama. 6 months back, my 18-year marriage imploded in a mess of recriminations and lawyer fees, leaving me with a chunk of savings and a burning need to hit reset. Whispers around town painted me as the unstable ex-husband who'd snapped, rumors probably started by my ex's circle, but I let them slide. Why? Because I knew the truth, and wasting breath on gossip is for amateurs. Instead, I inherited my uncle's rundown bungalow on Lake Serenity, a quiet slice of American suburbia where picket fences meet rippling water, and everyone pretends life's a Norman Rockwell painting. But beneath the surface, it's a pressure cooker of petty rules enforced by the Pine Cove HOA, controlling 70% of the shoreline like it's their personal fiefdom. The bungalow needed gutting, leaky roof, ancient wiring, the works, so I built myself a houseboat to crash on during renovations. Nothing fancy. A cozy floating setup with solar panels, reclaimed wood, and enough tech to make it eco-friendly. I tinker at dawn, the scent of pine and fresh brew wafting over the water, loons calling like nature's alarm clock. It was therapy, man. Lake Serenity's got that mix. Old-timers with fishing tales, families barbecuing on weekends, and uppity retirees fleeing city chaos for tranquility. Most neighbors waved hello, some even swapped tools. But then there's Martha. Retired accountant, moved in 4 years ago, ruling the HOA with an iron clipboard. Picture her, helmet hair blonde, pearls choking her neck, that smile like a shark spotting chum. Her hubby, Phil, is a wallpaper of a man, nodding along while she rants about standards. My first run-in, week 1. She's striding up my dock, heels clicking like Judgment Day, clipboard poised. Mr. Rivera, surely you realize this. Contraption sets a dangerous precedent for our community's aesthetic integrity. Her voice drips honeyed condescension. I scanning my boat like it's a biohazard. I explain calmly, Martha, this predates HOA rules. Uncle's deed from 72. County approved. Coast Guard inspected. No issues. She tilts her head, that fake concern masking the glee of a power trip. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Standards must be upheld for everyone's benefit. As she saunters off, I feel the planks creak underfoot, thinking, lady, you've just poked a bear who's got nothing but time. The harassment kicks off subtle, like a slow boil. Daily drive-bys with her snapping pics from her SUV, murmuring about eyesores, noise complaints for my silent generator solar. Remember, at HOA meetings, she'd sigh dramatically, certain elements are disrupting our cherished lakeside harmony. Neighbors murmur, some side-eye me, but I stay quiet, documenting every bit on my phone app, timestamps, quotes, the works. Why fight fire with fire when you can build a bonfire of evidence? Rumors amp up. That Rivera's unstable after his divorce. Probably squatting on that boat to dodge alimony. I hear it at the bait shop, feel the stares, but I observe, patient as a spider. Little did I know, her fixation was about to peel back layers of rot in her perfect kingdom. 2 weeks in, she cranks it up. I'm tweaking solar panels mid-morning when engines roar. Coast Guard, sheriff's boat, and Martha trailing in her gleaming speedboat like a parade marshal. The lieutenant boards, stern as a drill sergeant. Reports of safety violations. Sir, I wave him in. Inspect away. My boat? Overbuilt paradise. Dual pumps. Pro wiring. All bells and whistles. 20 minutes later, he's grinning. This is textbook, Mr. Rivera. Who wired it? Me, I say, glancing at Martha bobbing nearby, face tomato red. She sputters, but community standards. The officer shoots her a look like she's a yappy dog. Ma'am, this exceeds standards. Twist. He mentions multiple complaints under fake names. Bingo harassment trail. That afternoon, I file with the county on selective enforcement, voiding her power plays. My designer's eye turns detective. Database of incidents. Cross-linked to bylaws. Neighbors start whispering their tales. Mrs. Lopez fined for gaudy holiday lights while Martha's allies string Vegas strips. Old Mr. Harlan nagged about his overgrown lawn at 85, hobbling on a cane. Martha doesn't back down. She doubles the absurdity. Emergency meeting called. Community hall crammed with squeaky chairs and stale coffee stink. She unveils a PowerPoint masterpiece. Graphs plummeting property values. Dramatic pauses. Fellow guardians of our haven, she intones. Non-conforming vessels threaten our very essence. Next, floating carnivals. Murmurs ripple, some by the fear-mongering. Phil slumps in back. Invisible. Q&A time. I rise coolly. Martha, why's my inspected boat a threat? But the Wilkins dock jutting 18 feet illegal gets a pass? Selective much. Silence drops like a bomb. Her jaw flaps uselessly busted. Driving home. Lake mist cooling my face. I realize, this ain't just my fight. It's dismantling a tin pot dictator who turns neighbors into suspects. Her retaliation? Certified letter announcing a snap vote on banning atypical water dwellings. Suspicious timing. Reeking of desperation. Mistake number 2. Assuming blind obedience. I chat folks up, no rallies, just dockside talks over beer. Mr. Harlan. Retired mechanic. Boy, she's after my old John boat now. Fished here 50 years. Ain't budging. The Lopezes. Our kids' kayaks? We fled the city for freedom. Not this nonsense. Twist. Digging HOA finances. Divorce sharpened my suspicion of money games. Budgets scream foul. $45,000 on shoreline enhancement. Yet weeds choke the banks. $28,000 yearly maintenance. Docks crumbling. $20,000 to Serenity Advisors, owned by Martha's sister. Google confirms the nepotism scam. Audit request, her fortress cracks. Vote night. Hall bursting. Chairs scraping. Tension thick as fog. Martha's slides warn of doom. But Harlan stands shaky. This lake was neighbors fixing rigs, not policing fun. We're kin, not her subjects. Vote tanks. 52 to 28. Martha's palate shifts from beat to ghost. But desperation breeds stupidity. She lawyers up. City sharks at $500 per hour. Letter threatening nuisance suit. Remove your vessel or face ruin. I chuckle on my deck. Heron dipping nearby. Post-divorce. Lawsuits are Tuesday trivia. Their deep dive backfires. My boat's gold standard. But oops. Martha's dock violates setbacks by 14 feet. On county hit list. Report lands in my lap. Irony so thick you could spread it. Board elections loom. Her bullying boomerangs support my way. Harlan nominates. Alex reads the rules, novel idea. Election feels festive, cookies. Decent Joe. I win 82%. Phil shakes my hand. Godspeed. First move, forensic audit. Accountant Lisa, divorce vet, uncovers gems. No bid contracts. Ghost services. Receipts fudged. Smoking gun. Sister's firm bloated 500%. Invoices for phantom tests. Total skim. $127,000 across HOAs she chaired before. We assemble a squad. Prosecutor pal Mike. Lisa on money. Me on harassment logs. Victims emerge. Lopez is ticketed for parking at reunions. Contractor buddy undercut by Sis's sham bids. Feds file embezzlement fast. Assets frozen. Martha panics, evidence wipes. Witness pokes. But community unites. Weekly meets. Stories flow over suites. My database links theft to distractions, color-coded proof of her shell game. Her counter? Crisis PR firm spreads dirt. Rivera's unhinged post-divorce. Exploiting seniors. Backfire. Community recalls her bird feeder finds versus. Allies gnome armies. Media prepped for bombshell. She calls vendetta meeting our trap. Hall swarms with press. Feds lurking. She struts in. Expecting sycophants. Faces circus. Her slideshow. Personal grudges mar our unity. Reporter interrupts. $127,000 embezzled. Comment? She snaps. Fabricated by a broken man. Indie audit confirms. Sister's payout spiked. Why? Meltdown ensues. Fine. I took some for standards. Keeping out the riff-raff like him. Mask shatters. Crowd gasps. Lopez. We were welcome till you deemed us wrong. Harlan. Ain't your piggy bank. She sits alone as all bail. County hearing seals it. Overflow crowd. Evidence parade. Her lawyer whines, bookkeeping oops. Mike drops charges. Embezzlement. Fraud. Racketeering over 7 HOAs. Impacts poor. Years of torment detailed. My close. Started with a legal boat she hated. Ended exposing her empire. Martha crumbles. Aged overnight. Justice? Served cold. With community cheers. But here's the kicker, was Martha the real villain? Or just a product of a system that lets petty tyrants rule unchecked? Drop your take. HOA hero or hidden crook? Who's the true wrong kind in your neighborhood?